On Sports Central Sunday, time to go inside the octagon. We're joined in studio by Karo the Heat Parisyan, our neighbor from right here in North Hollywood. We also had you last night on Sports Central. But Karo, you got a big fight coming up. The next UFC major event is a week from yesterday, September 6th in Atlanta at Phillips Arena. You're taking on Yoshiyuki Yoshida. He's 10-2. You're coming off a rare loss. How much does this fight mean to you?
A lot, obviously. I'm coming off a loss. Every time you come off a loss, you want to show the crowd and the fans what you can do as far as coming out with a big win. And Yoshida is a good test for me, but I am not even looking anywhere in my mind for a loss. I need to win this fight. It's a very important fight for me. Although at the same time, I'm not putting so much pressure on me that I have to win the fight, is because when you have so much pressure on yourself, you don't perform as well.
Carl, when we talk about styles in MMA, a lot of times it makes these matches. He does a very similar style to you. Talk about the styles and what we're going to see in the ring.
Well, I'm going to mix it up, obviously. He's a really good judo player. He loves the gi. Every fight I've seen from this guy, he throws people just like I do. He has pretty much one technique that he throws a lot. But at the same time, when you mix up the punches with the takedowns, a whole new segment opens up as far as fighting. So I'm going to mix it up with the punches. If I can't throw him, I'm going to out-wrestle him because I wrestled for 3 years. So anywhere the fight goes, I have to be comfortable with this guy, and I want to put him on his back and open up a map on his face.
Is he the best, that's your expertise, judo. Is he the best at judo that you've faced in the octagon?
At this point, yes. In mixed martial arts, I've fought, my record's probably 30, 31 fights under my belt. At this point, he's the best judo guy I have fought in martial arts. He's actually coming from Japan. Like I said, Japanese black belts, it's their sport. They're lightning fast. You blink, you're up in the air. So they're one of those guys. So it should be an interesting fight, but God willing, we want to come back with a big victory.
Now, I was going to say, we talk about, anticipation, and because of your background, those that are not with that kind of background obviously might be completely caught off guard. What do you have that he doesn't have in his repertoire?
One, I have experience. He's 34 years old. He's got more experience probably in judo. As far as fight game, I have more experience. I've been fighting in the professional mixed martial arts since I was 14 years old in Mexico, where there was no age limits. So I've been doing that for a long time. At the same time, I think my hands are a little better because I've been boxing more. I think I can mix up my punches and my throws a little better than he can. Like I said, I don't know what's going to happen. I never predict anything before a fight. All I do is pray and I train, and I hope the outcome is good.
So what is your schedule like between now and when you go to Atlanta? When will you actually go down there?
I will go Wednesday, not next Wednesday, the Wednesday after. I will leave for Atlanta. Wings is on Friday. Saturday is the fight, and Sunday I'll come back home, hopefully with a win.
The headliner on that card, September 6th, is Chuck Liddell. And he has been like Mr. UFC, but he's trying to get his title back. What do you expect in the main event that night?
Fireworks, because I've known Chuck for a long time, obviously, and Rashad is one of my teammates now because I'm in the Greg Jackson camp. I call him the Genghis Khan. He's an excellent coach. I think Rashad has all the potential to beat Chuck. I think it's going to be a 3-round fight, and I'm rooting for Rashad, but at the same time, I'm very good friends with Chuck Liddell. Whichever the fight goes, I can't pick sides, but at the same time, I'm leaving a little bit more on Rashad because he's my teammate, and I want Rashad to win. He's got all the wrestling and all the stand-up. He's going to move with Chuck. Chuck's one of those guys, he hits you here and here, he'll knock you out. He hits his hands are like bricks, so fireworks, I expect.
Karo, with the Olympics wrapping up in Beijing, I know you had Olympic trials. You hoped to make it in judo a few years back. Talk about the difference between trying to be an Olympian and what you've accomplished in MMA.
Well, it came 2004. Either it was the Olympics or professional fighting. The deal was judo in this country is very poor. Countries that can't even feed their own people beat our best guys. So it's pretty bad. Judo here, like I said, it's very poor. At the moment, I was trying to think, all I've done in my life in judo is pay. Pay for tournaments, pay for enter fees, applications, traveling. I've spent thousands of dollars on judo. And I've won so many tournaments, and nothing repays. The only thing repays is I picked up my sport, which I was good at, and I said, you know what, I'm going to go on professional fighting. Let me see if I can do judo and fighting and actually make money and make a living and make a career out of it. And thank God today it worked out. So, like I said, all those years it paid off in professional fighting.
Well, Karo, one more thing I want to ask you about the Olympics. We showed you this yesterday, but we didn't get to show it to the audience.
No.
The Taekwondo, which you have some experience in what we just talked about with judo. This is the Cuban fighter, Matos After he was disqualified for taking too long, and he knows the rules, he took too long on an injury, he kicks the referee. What would you think if you ever saw something like that?
He decides to come back and kick the referee. You know what? There's been so many times that I've been screwed on the mat for judo. Screwed in a way that I lost my chances to go to the Worlds in a national semifinal. But in no way I'm going to come back and throw a kick on the referee, man.
Oh, he could be banned for life from the sport for this.
I think he is banned for life because there's no way you can, especially in the Olympics. I mean, you're fighting in the Olympics. How do you go back and try to kick the referee? I mean, it's absurd, man. Like I said, man, I've wanted to drink their blood sometimes. And I'm telling the truth, it's really made me mad. In MMA, my last fight, I think Mazzagatti was way off of stopping the fight that soon. I still lost. Thiago woke me up with his knee, and I'm training better than I was before. But you know, I was upset. I was furious. But you don't go back and try to take your anger out on your referee. You can't do that. You especially kicking him on the face.
Yeah, well, bring the heat.
You got
a
it.
week from Saturday, September 6th, at the next UFC card in Atlanta.